All right, everyone. How are you guys doing today? I pray that everyone's well, and I just want to read James, the book of James in general, because I've been trying to implement this in my life because of all of the crazy stuff's happening so far. And I used to make more content like this to just share the gospel, and that dwindled down a little bit. But I'm back here. I'll make as much as I can, and I do want to share as best as I can. I'm just gonna share like two verses today, and I just want to share my experience and how I want to implement it in my life, and I want to share that how you guys should do it as well. Trials and Temptations, chapter 1 of James, verse 2 through 4. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. Okay, so during the hard times in faith, it's definitely hard to let Christ work through you. A relationship with Jesus is just giving yourself up, and even though the hard times, you have to let Christ carry that burden for you. And that's something I wouldn't want to do. I've been facing multiple hard instances in my life where I just want to take control of the situation. And every time I did that, it did nothing for me. It just made me more sour or bitter or more angry at that problem or at that person. So like it really does nothing good, and it's something I have to keep in mind in my heart and my mind that there is nothing I could do at the end of the day. I mean, there's always you always have to do something in the faith. You always have to. It's not about works, but through faith you'll do works. You can't just sit there and wait, even though Christ said to be patient. While you wait for the Lord, we have to do something with our hands. And uh, sometimes it's so hard to find a difference between those two because I always think to myself, every time I do something, it goes bad, or every time I don't do anything, then I end up not making progress. So like we all have to experience it in the Christ way. We have to live through it. Every day is a moment we live through Christ, and we are given a chance to live in Him. So this verse in chapter 1 is a reassurance that, hey, like, stick in the battle, stay in the battle, just stick with it, and do not fall over, do not give up, and just hold on long enough so Christ could finish His work in you. And it's very good. Reminds us to like never give up and just hand it all to Christ, and that's something we all need, especially me. I've been really bad at this. The last verse I want to share with you all is verse 22 of chapter 1. It's 22 through 23. Do not merely listen to the word and so deceive yourselves. Do what it says. Alright, that's pretty loud, but do what it says. Anyone who listens to the word but does not do what it says is like someone who looks at his face in a mirror. I'm pretty sure many of us have listened to sermons, watch a lot of inspiring videos, and hear things that are pleasing to our ear. And yes, as followers, the Bible is pleasing to our ear. And once we hear something that relates to our struggles, we're like, wow, this is amazing. But there's a difference between just hearing it and when reading it, we act it out. And it's definitely scary to act it out, especially in my case. I read something in the Bible and I'd be like, wow, that's super cool. And then the next day I just forget about it. But I want to share a verse that I am currently acting out, and it's a verse that I shared with you guys already. It's First Timothy chapter 5. Do not rebuke an older man, for retort him as if he were your father. Treat younger men as brothers, older women as mothers, and younger women as sisters with absolute purity. that verse helped me through with my lust problem, and it was a advice, some sort of advice my one of my mentors gave me, which is see people in the lens of God, man and women with the eyes of God and not through lust. Definitely when it comes to women, I saw them through lust for a long time, but the Lord exchanged that lens. Every time it pops up, every time that temptation pops up, I was like, Lord, help me see women in your eyes and not my own. If I trust my own body, it betrays you. I've come to thinking, I have these desires that come from my body, but like I told myself, I've like, I shouldn't trust my body in the first place. It is full of deceptionness, and it's deceiving. It's so much things. So like we have to give our body up to the Lord because it is His. He made it. And coming back to the main topic, getting out of point here. It's We could hear all the good things from the Lord we want, but it's up to us if we are going to listen to it or not. At the end of the day, and that's just straight to the point here. We could just keep hearing it and hearing it and hearing it every day and waiting for something to happen, and that's a good thing. However, though, there's going to be an honest point where you're at that you're not doing anything in the first place. You have to admit that. Like, instead, you could be doing something, you're not doing anything. And I'm here to reassure you, it's not about works. It was never about that. But you have to be honest with yourself. If you're in a situation where you're not doing anything because of your laziness, or you're doing something, it's either those two. It's a yes or a no. Let your no's be no's and your yes be yes. It comes back together. It's all around. But that's what I want to share. I have nothing else to add to that because I'm not wise enough to share the gospel like that. But it's those two verses I want to keep in my heart, like 1 Timothy chapter 5, to just grow into. I'm definitely not patient enough to be consistent with it, but I'm going to keep praying that I will be. So, anyways, guys, thank you all for watching. God bless you all, and I'm sorry about that weird blue glare at the window. My lighting is terrible. That's why I don't do in-person videos much, because I don't have a proper setup for it. I just do it in like Minecraft or something. But the Minecraft videos didn't feel right at the moment, so I'm just gonna do this today. Alright guys, stay strong in the faith, and God bless you all. See you guys later.